Let us see another video in this series. It is after building a community and giving a name and participating in the events. Uh, let let them make shine. This is the step where you can make them shine. It's similar to the Olympics. Most people don't participate in track and field or swimming or ice hockey, and most of us don't personally know anyone participating in these events. But when it comes to time and compete, we stand behind our country and the people who represent it. We get emotional at times, crying in agony when we just miss the gold, or shouting with a huge sense of pride when we win. We love seeing people in our community do well. It inspires and moves us. That's why if you have community, you should be going out of your way to feature your community members. A couple of every once in a while, highlight some of the amazing things your community members are doing at this point of the journey, especially after communicating with your audience and seeing how they communicate with each other. There are likely some standout people you can highlight and bring to the surface for everyone to see. This has worked really well in the SPI community because it shows people that others just like them can build a business from scratch and succeed. Sometimes your community members can even do a better job of getting your people to move than you can. One of the coolest retail communities I have ever seen is the associated with brand called Chubbies. Chubbies makes men's shorts that the and the brand's ideal customer persona is the weekender who enjoys barbecues and parties by the lake on the hot weekend. So, when doing this, it's always great to feature a range of different people from your audience. This way, it's more likely that a person riding, listening, or watching will find someone just like them. In a There's a reason stories like this, featuring down to at folks who have gone on to do awesome things, resonate so much with my audience. The people telling these stories are more relatable, and that's why featuring community members is so important. It's social proof in action. When people see others like them succeeding using the ideas you teach, they are more likely to see themselves and their own potential in a similar light, and they are going to want to stick around and engage. If you want your audience to stay engaged, you need to bring them on the court and pass them the ball. Give your people a chance to shine so that you can grow your channel or business or anything just by giving a chance to shine in your just involve them and to feel like they belong to your community. Or to use another metaphor, you have built this wonderful stage, so it's time to share it. You don't have to be a rock star to pull off this strategy, of course. You just have to open the stage to the people who want to share it with you. Our final strategy of part 2 is similar to this one, but it's all about zeroing in the members of your audience who are the most active and ready to become catalysts for engagement. So let us see some exercise for this chapter. You can do it. Find a way to feature your community members. Step number 1, generate a list of all the possible ways you can feature people from your community: blog posts, podcasts, interviews, video interviews, social media posts, email newsletters, etc. Step number 2, generate a feature type for each medium on your list. For example, Is the blog post question and answer style, or a guest post, or a narrative write up about the person? Generate a feature type of each medium on your list. You have to categorize the post type. So step number 3, choose one idea to implement and plan to do it consistently for a set amount of time to gauge reaction and success of the strategy. Keep the other ideas in your backlog for use it in the future. Step number 4, if and when it makes sense, look for other bigger opportunities like creating an award and presenting it to someone for community member of the year or another achievement that aligns with your brand and deserves recognition. The bonus tip is for this chapter is this could be even done in person from stage if you eventually host a live event for your fans. This is one of the most special phases of building your super follower journey, because you are not just developing individual followers but bringing together your community to rally around your brand and each other. You are creating following a follower building experiences, building those magical moments for your active audience, and also giving them a way to create those moments for one another. Think about the followers in an arena after their team has won the big game. They all celebrate together, high fiving and maybe even hugging and kissing and romancing whatever they. I'm sorry to say this, but it is their interest. You have to be careful and take care of them. People they have never even met. This kind of bond cannot happen unless they have a powerful reason to be together in the place and at that time, their team. When you give people something to root for, you give them a reason to stay connected. So be the team that brings people together. Open up your brand and your business to your audience. Ask them questions and give them a forum to share their answers. Allow them to have a hand in the decisions you make in your business. Challenge them to reach their own goals and support each other along the way. Let them backstage so they can see how the magic happens and learn from your process. Then bring them together in bigger ways. Create your own gigs and meetups, events where you can talk to your audience and they can connect with each other in intimate and powerful ways. Finally, let your community members take their place on stage with you to share their stories, whether it's featuring them in your podcast, thanking them publicly on your Facebook fan page, or yes, literally bringing them up on stage at one of your events. Oh, and don't forget to give your community a cool name. In the next phase of our journey together, you will learn 4 more strategies to complete your audience's path to becoming super followers. The secret button combination to press on the elevator of the fan. One that will delightfully whisk the most engaged members of your community right to the top of the pyramid. So that's all for this second part, that is converting your active audience as your connecting community. These are all the steps we have discussed thoroughly. 8 steps we have followed to convert the active audience into a connecting community. If you follow all these steps, you may see results. Let us see. And we are going to discuss about the connecting community to super followers next, further making them to stuck with you with your business.